Hey, my beautiful soul friends. Today, I feel like doing a pick a card reading, and this message will come from your future self. So we've got pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and allow your intuition to lead you to whichever pile you feel drawn to. And I will leave the timestamps below if you want to go specifically to whichever card pile you chose. So let's do this. And here we go with pile number 1, beautiful souls. These are the cards that were intuitively chosen for you randomly. I used a couple different decks. I used tarot cards and I used some oracle decks. And if you're interested to know which ones they are, just let me know and I will drop it below in the comments. The question that I asked was, what message does your future self have for you, beautiful soul? And so we start with the 7 of Fire tarot card. And this is actually the wands. If you know anything about the wands, they're very action oriented. You can see the beautiful unicorn is standing high upon the highest rock with beautiful stars behind their head. And he has this royal kind of like emblem, saddle, whatever you want to call that. So this is really a very fiery card. It's action. It's ready for you to take action on something in your life with that fire that you have. It's showing me that you're a really amazing, you like to be busy, you're action oriented, you're full of fire. It's going to be a busy time in your life coming up. So the number 7 in numerology is a spiritual awakening to knowledge. So with that unicorn there, you know, the unicorns are all about the magic in life. So this makes complete sense. And it's almost showing me like this unicorn has reached a level of royalty, so to speak. So achievements, rewards. And if we're talking on a spiritual awakening, I'm seeing you and your future self telling you that you are working towards an awakening of higher spiritual intuitive knowledge. Okay, and it's like you've earned it, you've been working for it, or you will be, but I'm getting the feeling that those rewards now are going to be coming back to you from the inner self, from your inner knowing. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that card. So it's like your future self is saying, do not compromise on what's important to you, even if others aren't happy about the path that you've chosen. It doesn't matter. Don't let their concerns affect you. Okay, coming up in this, I'd say this reading is you know, from future self, I'd say in the next 12 months. Okay, so that means you have to take action quickly. You have to, you know, whatever the cards are saying here, as far as that 7, it sounds like you are on a path already. But there might be some friction from other people in your lives, not agreeing with what you believe in or what your path is. It could be a career path. It could just be this higher spiritual awakening using your intuition and your gifts. And you know what? If they don't like it, it's okay, because right now you're not going to let that phase you. That's what this card is saying. Trust yourself and live life on your terms, because this is going to bring you just total and complete happiness and joy. And that's the path you're on. So be open to discovery and be open to exploration, because the unicorn is all about purity and the higher cosmic spiritual energy, but it's also about play. It's about using your imagination. And it seems like you've mastered this, or you're on your way to mastering it. Somewhere in your life, maybe you're working on doing service to others, and you're already using your magic, your creativity, and your playfulness. And you just have to, with that number 7 there, I really want you to focus on that, because that 7 is definitely a spiritual awakening, beautiful soul. All right, so with that card, we have that. Then we have number 13, Transformation, which is basically known as the Death card in any tarot deck. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you're going to die. But this card is known as the Transformation, and that's what the Death card always is telling us, okay? Even though you want things in your life to probably stay the same because you don't feel comfortable with changes, which most of us don't, but in order for the transitions, maybe that spiritual awakening that you need, you are going to have to allow changes and transitions in your life to occur for your highest and greatest good. What I want you to notice about this card is she has in her hands, she's looking into her hands, okay? So she's looking at her future, all right? So that's important because I also want you to look at the flow card. She's also manipulating and working with, it looks like water, magic, whatever it is in this case. It's that very magical feeling of you looking ahead and allowing this beautiful transformation to occur, okay? This is what your higher self is trying to tell you. So let go, okay? That's what I'm getting really strongly right now. It's coming to me from your future self. You're going to need to let go and let God, as I say, let it happen. Even if you feel uncomfortable with any kind of changes in your life, and it feels scary, welcome it anyway. Just welcome it. Even if you're scared to death, welcome it, lovely soul. So if you can allow these shifts, these changes, good, challenging, great, wonderful, maybe not so great right now in the next 12 months, then you will experience this major spiritual awakening, inner deep knowledge, magic. I'm feeling a lot of magic with these two cards already for you, and you will be like fully awoke. Okay, so it's an awakening of a higher consciousness, maybe that collective consciousness, but you are on your way to that. And that card is 13, which equals 4 in numerology. So if you look into numerology with the death card, the transformation card is number 13, which is actually a number 4. And in numerology, the 4 deals with balance. It can also deal with building your foundation, even sometimes a new home or a new place to live. So you might be looking into that as well, okay? I also see it as fulfillment and recognition. Again, with that beautiful royal looking emblem on that unicorn, and unicorn being like the achievement of perfect and pure cosmic high vibrational light and love. I see that if you allow and you're open to your intuition and to your inner knowledge and to your inner knowing, anything that shifts in your life, okay? I see that 4, that number 4, as giving you that fulfillment and recognition. But coming from number 4 is also the chakra, the heart chakra. If you come from a place of love, even when you're in a challenge, just love the challenge and allow the challenge, but come from that heart chakra. That number 4 is really showing me a lot about your heart chakra, using love to make your decisions for your path and allowing the transformation to feel loving, welcome it with love, with pure unconditional love. And that's exactly what that unicorn would do as well. They're just all about purity and unconditional love. And that's why they're coming to us now. I'm going to be putting out a video very soon about why unicorns are here at this time, how they're helping us, because they're helping us to ascend to a higher level, to work on all of our chakras and work through the lessons for each chakra so that we too can ascend to the higher level that the unicorns have. And I'm going to have a guided unicorn meditation coming up, and also a video just on unicorns. And I channeled in some information. It's going to be really fun. So keep that in mind. It's for the future. But that unicorn there to me is very special because I've been focusing on unicorns for the past few months. Just channeling in a lot of important energy, and they are here. If you need help, especially while you're going through that transformation, call on the energy and the magic and the high vibrational love of that unicorn. Beautiful soul. Okay, so now let's get to the next card, which says, I am peaceful. And with this one, she's got that beautiful eagle on her head. So I'm thinking again, that intuitive higher connection to that spiritual knowledge and awakening that you're going to be going through. But I also like to focus on the fact that she has, I always call it a sand clock, but just like the sands of time, you know what I mean? She's got the hourglass, and it's half full or half empty. So it's like your future self is also saying to you, really saying to you, you are in a current stage of worry, or might be soon, or trying to change things through force, or feeling bad for yourself. So it's like, give up the pity party. Just know that this happens to everybody. Go with the flow. And that's what's going to lead us into the next card, number 20. This is the flow card, okay? So again, I'm getting that feeling like, be peaceful, go with the flow, show some love, and that higher spiritual knowledge and that beautiful transformation that's going to like blow your mind and make your future life incredible, whatever path that may be. But you're going to have to, again, focus on the flow. You see in her hands is a full moon behind her head. And the flow card is saying basically to be open to ideas and dreams of future possibilities, okay? So number 20, which actually is number 2 in numerology, discusses this. It talks about being open and dreaming of your future possibilities. Okay, again, that death transformation card is saying that there are some major shifts. And in your message, you got to understand that you're going to go through some amazing transitions if you allow and welcome it, like we were just saying. This is huge for you. This is huge, okay? The full moon is all about releasing what we don't need anymore, releasing emotions that we, are dealing with or we don't want anymore, and then manifesting it, making it a reality. So that full moon there is really showing you have all the power you need. And using your intuition is huge at this time. And like she's manipulating matter in her hands. That's the image, that's the feeling I get. So it's like, she's transforming, but she's also working and manipulating matter in her hands like magic. But she's thinking good thoughts and heartfelt intentions. So she's like setting her intentions for the future. But she's using that peace, that calm, that magic, and working through those shifts, okay? That's what I see with that card. So it's like just gracefully moving through obstacles with a sense of knowing everything will work perfectly with faith, okay? And choose the path of least resistance. Like be like a river and just like enjoy the ride. River just kind of flows, and sometimes it's rocky, sometimes it's just real calm and peaceful. But just enjoy the ride. It's like the ebb and the flow of a wave in the ocean as well. It comes in and it comes out and comes back in, and you just have to go with it. Go with that flow. And I feel like there's a watery element in that card. So that really speaks to me loudly as well of the river and the ocean and the flow for you. Okay? And just have the flow of love. So it's also, I'm getting really strongly right now, your future self is telling you your amazing destiny is assured, okay? It's like, it's assured already. So you can kind of like relax, you know what I mean? And go with that flow and just maybe float on that river on your little inner tube or your raft and enjoy the ride. And again, that full moon shows me that you need to release any emotions and manifest those dreams, okay? So work on both, okay? With love, peace, and the path of least resistance. Okay, so don't try to swim upstream right now, okay? In the right time, your dreams are going to take shape in the next 12 months or less, depending on how fast you can go through these transformations and not fight them. But right now, just relax. Just relax. Take some deep breaths. Feel peace. Meditate. Whatever you need to do, and whatever obstacles you have right now in front of you, trust this is for your highest good, because it always is. It's your opportunity right now to like regroup, reconsider your choices, and consider this time a gift, okay? All right, then we get to this card here, and this is the Awakening card, and it says energetic upgrades, a new way of being. Integration, beautiful soul. Wow, that's an amazing card. In this card, we also have the moon again, but it's a new moon. So it's a different kind of the beginning of your awakening. And we talked about the awakening with that number 7. You see her, she's kind of floating very peacefully through the clouds. And I feel like she's just allowing this awakening, okay? Getting back to that number 7, that spiritual awakening. This card is saying yes to any energetic upgrades and a new way of being. And that deals with the spiritual awakening. So I feel like you're somebody that is already working with energy, possibly like a Reiki healer, or someone who does tarot card readings, or somebody that is doing intuitive work for people or for yourself. So I feel like you're already, but you're going to be getting, like, during this time period for your future self, these beautiful energetic upgrades, okay? So that's representing, actually I meant to say this earlier, a new moon is more like representing your wishes. This is a time to think and feel how good your wishes will be when they come into reality, okay? So that's the focus when you're going through this, okay? So, beautiful soul, you are on a hell of a journey right now, a big spiritual awakening. And this is going to, like, blow your mind, and you're going to be on that path, like we talked about with that number 7 card. Even if people in your life don't agree with the path that you're taking, and it's okay, you're good with it, because this is your life, okay? Just remember that. This is your life, and what feels perfect and loving to you. So it's like she's floating and allowing. She's being propelled into like a suspension, and her head's in the clouds. So at that time, you know, in the time that you're going to be doing this kind of spiritual work and being open to magic and that cosmic kind of high vibrational love and peace, make sure to ground yourself. Make sure to stay grounded, whether it be walks in nature with your shoes off, putting your feet in a pond or a river. Just get out there, put your feet in the sand, put your butt in the sand, put your body in the dirt, the grass, and make sure that you're really grounding yourself so that you can have a good balance, okay? You already have been changing within so very much lately. It's like you are remembering like this ancient knowledge or truths, or why you even came here as a soul and as a earthly human being. Like, what are you here to do? What should you be doing? It's like you're having like these flashbacks, like these past life like flashbacks. I'm getting that strongly with that card there. That's all about why did you incarnate here at this time, and how do all your past lives that you're starting to have flashbacks about fit into this scenario. And it's like right now and in the next 12 months, you're being called to do service to others through whatever this magic is that you're manifesting and creating in these shifts and changes that you're going through. It's like you're going to be using your soul gifts to the highest maximum amount that you can do at this time or in the next 12 months, which it sounds like you're going to be getting these automatic energetic upgrades. So that's going to be coming from, it could be your guides, it could be coming from this unicorn, it could be coming from your higher self, it could be coming from past lives. Maybe you're related to different star people in different galaxies, and they're going to be giving you the upgrades that you need. What an exciting time. Wow, this is an amazing set of cards and a beautiful message from your future self. So it's like you need to make these inevitable shifts coming, you know. Let that happen again. I'm going to say it again because it's coming through strongly. Let it come into your life in order to be now of service to others. So it's just a beautiful time for you. Remember to allow it to unfold with peace and flow. Peace and flow and magic and love. Okay? So now we get to the Blessed card. That's number 22. Again, you have another 4. So we have the 4 here, and we have the 13, which is a 4 there. So number 4 numerology is all about balance, building your foundation, manifestation, even moving. You might be moving, but I think it's moving in a whole new direction is what I'm seeing, more than moving physically, but it could go either way. So feel blessed, okay? Now again, we have this beautiful fairy-like feminine energy. It almost looks like she's like in like a, it reminds me of a shell, like a seashell, kind of a curly one, kind of a spirally, kind of geometric feeling. And you have the pinks, the purples, which tell me this is like third eye, crown chakra, and all the way up to your soul star chakra. Again, connecting to that beautiful cosmic high vibrational energy. So to me, it's all about you allowing that transformation again. Okay, so higher self or future self is saying all your transformation and changes will grant you amazingly blessed moments in your life out of the blue. When you least expect it, you're gonna have like all these amazing blessed gifts coming your way. This is an amazing card. I'm kind of jealous, actually. So if you like this reading, again, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And we are going to move now on to group number 2. Hello, my lovelies. We are on pile number 2. So whomever picked this pile, no matter what time, it could be in the future, even if you see this video 5 years from now, it still applies. What does your future self want you to know? So what we got in this pile is the Queen of Fire, which is also known as the Queen of Wands. We have 9 of Water, which in tarot is known as the 9 of Cups. And we have I respect the property of others, the Rainbow, Here and Now, and align your life, what is not aligned or needs to change. Okay, so starting with the Queen of Fire. Again, that's the Queen of Wands. When it comes to the Queen of Wands, we have a very, very spicy girl here. So I feel like this card here, very feminine energy. I feel very strongly that the Queen of Fires is you. So this person, who I believe is you, is warm, loving, charismatic, a lot of energy. She is like the queen of her world. She's passionate, like fiery. Okay, think about this. And this shows like this beautiful yellow candle, and the flame is in her heart. So for me, the yellow represents that solar plexus, the 3rd chakra, which is all about self-empowerment, confidence, quick thinker, great gut instinct. And then of course the heart chakra, she's very passionate, she's very mature, she's very loving. She's a quick thinker, like I said, so that would be you. This woman can change direction quickly. She's a charismatic leader, and she's not afraid to be the leader. Take your power. Again, that's that solar plexus, yellow candle. That's the solar plexus is the powerhouse. It's represented by the sun. It's about willpower, perseverance, self-confidence, self-discipline, creativity, you name it. So take your power, okay? My lovely, take your power. Be free, though, of jealousy. And this is what future self is telling you. If you want to be this feminine queen, confident, passionate leader in your community or online, whatever it may be free of jealousy, okay? Because you have amazing willpower. That is what this fire card is all about, okay? Your future self is showing you being full of this willpower, okay? So if you're stubborn, you will need to come from a place of controlling this. And that's what future self is asking you to do, okay? So choose patience over controlling situations, because I know how you are. We all are that way, but we want to always help others. We want to give them our opinions, and they should be listening to us, okay? That's how we feel. But we have to remember, we don't always really have that control over other people. And that's fine. You don't need it. But the fire signs, by the way, you know, the fire astrology signs would be Sagittarius, Leo, and Taurus. Now, that doesn't mean that is your sign, but it could also mean that you have a sun rising in one of those signs. And those signs are adventurous, fun-going, loving, passionate. They're kind of like, they're like the light of the party. They have a lot of beauty, or you know, good looks, that type of thing. And I know that that's you. I know it. I feel it. It's coming through very strongly. So express your passions, your creative passions. That's what this time period in the next 12 months is what Spirit wants you to know. Okay? So it's like you're going to have this vision and you need to share it with your community and the world. Okay? So, but you'll have to be flexible. And I know sometimes you're not flexible and you might feel like a little stubborn once in a while, and that's cool. But in this case, people though may not be accepting of your vision initially that you want to put out there in the world. But so make sure that you do find some very trustworthy confidants or friends when you share your creative ideas about what you're going to be doing in the next 12 months. In your community or on your online community, whatever it may be, because you're in this very strong leadership role. Okay, so again, just be careful of other people. Like, don't like overshare your ideas up front, because you know people like to steal other people's ideas, and you are just very creative and passionate. So you're in the next 12 months, you're going to let that flow. Okay. You're going to let that shine. Okay. But you're coming from a place of love. Okay. And leadership. Okay. Because you have a lot of great ideas and you should be sharing this with the world. And I think you know that. So you're going to come up with a way to start doing that in the next 12 months. Okay. So then moving on to the 9 of Water, which is also known as a 9 of Cups in the Tarot card deck. If you look at the picture, it's a number 9. In numerology, number 9 is learning about who you are and giving yourself nurturing and self-love, okay? Because the water, the cups, are a very that you were meant to be, okay? So future self is talking to you right now. She would say, you want to be that charismatic leader if you aren't already, which I'm sure you are. Nurturing, moon-like, intuitive, loving, all about relationships kind of energy. That's why you see her in the water and she's a mermaid. And if you look closely, she has a treasure box down in the bottom, and she has that look in her hands of being very grateful because she has found her treasures in life. So she's showing gratitude. She's fulfilled something. Number 9 is all about fulfillment, recognition, rewards, like that treasure box. So you've come to a place, or you're just about to come to the precipice of this place of learning about who you are and giving yourself that nurturing and self-love. Okay. The mermaid, by the way, the mermaid is a very feminine power symbol. Okay. Mermaids are descendants of Aphrodite, of Venus. So you have a very strong Venus love, Venus kind of beauty energy here. And the mermaid was known to be like very nurturing. So this card is telling you to be very nurturing to yourself first and foremost, and then be nurturing to your tribe, whomever your tribe is, your community, your girlfriends, your clients, whomever that may be. The mermaid can also represent your dual nature, okay? So future self is showing you, right now I'm getting this, that you're going to be using sensuality, beauty, and love to teach others how to live life, okay? Rather than the negative aspects that can come out of that card with mermaids. On the other end of it, the duality could be being deceptive, being seductive. It's cool to be seductive, but seducing people into something. And being that way, living that way has shown you, like, you're not living that way. You're living the nurturing, loving self. So the way you are is now showing you the richest soul treasures in your life. And a lot of them are more than just physical, like material goods. We're talking, yeah, you have those too. I see you're getting those. You already have achieved that, or you're going to be. But it's more about the soul gifts that you've learned along the way, using your intuition, using your gut instinct, okay? Because again, that's that moon, that emotional moon energy. And the moon is very intuitive, okay? It brings in that intuitive energy, okay? So have gratitude and cherish. Have gratitude, and again, be thankful for all that's come your way. You are a truly abundant person because you know what you want. You go get it. And if you haven't gotten it yet, you're just about to. But the first thing is you have to show gratitude. You have to show gratitude for all you already have and what you've accomplished already, okay? If you have goals set now but have yet to see them manifest, your future self is now showing you how to have everything that you want become your true reality in the next 12 months. And that is very simple, by being grateful for what you have now, what you've already accomplished, okay? Because once you start with that, then the universe sees that you're grateful for everything you have. And then you just keep accumulating more and more beautiful gifts from the inside and the out, okay? If that makes sense. So future self is showing you a pause. So you're taking this pause to be her, a pause to recognize your success in life, okay? So look around yourself. Look at what you have already created. It might be your family, your children, a home. It can be things like that. Maybe you've worked out and your body is finally seeing the results of perfect health through fitness. It could be just about anything, okay? Maybe you've written a book. Maybe you've written a song. Maybe you're doing Reiki healing or whatever it is. I see you as somebody who's already influencing people, maybe in just your community, maybe just in your neighborhood, but you're that type of person, and I see you influencing on an even bigger level coming up in the next 12 months. All right? So allow yourself to just let it all sink in, all that you've accomplished. Like, sit down and really think about it, okay? If you can't see the results of your labor and ideas and work, allow yourself to, just like I said, be grateful for what has yet to come into reality. Like, you can be thankful for it already. Like, say you know that you want a brand new car, or you want to lose weight, or you want to work on some issues in your life. But envision them and see them and dream about them and be grateful for them, just knowing they will come into reality. They will become part of this 3D earth realm, okay? It's on its way. So say thank you to the universe now, beautiful soul. Just say thank you. So again, just follow your gut and intuition. Keep your visions in mind and use that divine intuition that you were born with, because it's amazing, my love. It's amazing, okay? So this is so positive. These cards are amazing. I want you to understand. Queen of Wands, the Nine of Cups are, you have everything you want in life. And if you don't have it all, you are on your way. So the next card we have here is I respect the property of others. Interesting card, isn't it? So we see two people. They're kind of like balancing that ball in that beautiful light, okay? So it's kind of like respecting the property of others is like your future self saying to respect the opinions and differences of others as you expect them to do for you. It's kind of like that basic rule in life, okay? I'm also getting like this intuitive pokes right now about the respect of others as far as relationships go. What have you been up to? But, okay, so this is one thing that's coming out for maybe some of you. But being faithful and respecting the property of others in relationships is key, okay? Respect that others are in a relationship if that's your situation. That means you need to cut those ties. If you are involved in wanting someone else who's committed to another. That's what I'm getting really strongly. And if that doesn't apply to you, that's cool. We have other situations where that may apply. Okay. You're going to be giving love to yourself if you move on from holding on to someone or something that is not yours. Okay. So reap what you want to sow, my love. So every action or inaction, good or bad deed, or even bad judgment you may have had, will find us in time. Karma, baby, karma. Okay, so we have to always think of our karma. Okay, so it's like a gentle warning from self, just to see the balancing of the two here. Okay, the two people in the image. So like what I'm getting from this strongly is have a balanced mind and heart and be mature at this time coming up, okay? And also this card is showing us the duality. There is no other, okay? When I say other, when you respect yourself, you are respecting others, and that's that good karma. So then you can reflect that back. That gets reflected right back to us, because we are all one on this planet. So what we do to others, we're hurting ourselves a lot of times too. Okay, if you see it that way. Don't drop the ball with your own respect by be trustworthy, is what I'm trying to say. Don't drop the ball, okay? Be respectful, be a friend to all, live in alignment with honesty with all your decisions that you're making. So what I'm trying to say is there's no separation, okay, from the other. We're all one. Treat others as you would treat yourself, and vice versa. So that's what I'm getting from that. Yeah, we could go into, respecting the privacy, the property of others. You could be having an argument with a neighbor, and I've had that happen when you start talking about lot lines and different. I'm also just seeing, try not to respect the opinions of others, respect the ideas of others, respect the beliefs of others, because they will respect that of you as well. And if they don't, just forgive them with compassion and figure they just know what they know, and you know what you know. We only can know so much until we know more. Okay, so that's a very interesting card. All right, so let's move on to the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. This is another beautiful card, my love. Number 41, which equals 5 in numerology. We're getting into that in a second. But the rainbow. So we have the rainbow. We have this beautiful bird. The bird is showing going new directions. It's also sending you the message from your future self. We also have the sun. Again, the sun. We talked about the solar plexus, the yellow, the sun, the powerhouse, okay, is shining on you right now, okay? So the rainbow. The rainbow, that is basically the prosperity symbol again for you. It's kind of like showing you the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Here's your treasure chest. You are on an amazing, beautiful time period where you are reaping all of the good fortune that you've put out to the world through love, through your work. It just love for yourself, love for others. This is an exciting symbol. Okay. So yeah, the treasure box, now the rainbow. I mean, really? I mean, it's crazy. This is awesome. So the bird is representing direction, like I said, messages from your future self. Very, very clearly showing that this bird really is your future self, sending you this message. This is verification right here. The sun, again, is the solar plexus chakra. It's a beautiful, beautiful tarot card sign. The sun is shiny. It helps you grow. So this is your time to shine. Just shine, okay? It's also confirming, again, that Queen of Fire, like I said, your power, your determination, knowing who you are is bringing you success and rewards in the next 12 months. And they're not necessarily always going to be material. This might be soul gifts. Like you're learning who you are, who you want to be, what your path is while you are here incarnated on this planet at this time. So getting to number 5 in numerology, number 5 represents random and unexpected gifts. I'm not kidding you. Yes. So, and it also represents shifts happening very quickly in your life. Number 5 also represents being wild and free, like that bird. Wild and free, like that fire, the fire sign. Like I was talking about earlier, Sagittarius, Leos, the Taurus. Yeah, all those signs are very wild and free and adventurous. So they shine like the sun, just like in the image. Also, number 5 is the throat chakra. So I want you to call in your abundance, my beautiful soul, and use creativity and soar. This is a time for you to soar. When we use our voice, it's a vibration, okay? So as you're calling out for what you want in life, okay? And then when you're listening, you're bringing into the throat chakra, always listening as well, listening to others, listening to your body, listening to your soul, listening to your intuition, okay? This is all going to help you soar and have everything you could possibly want in life. All right, so the rainbow also represents our 7 chakra energies as well. If you're familiar with your chakras, they're the energy houses in different locations of our body, and there are 7 of them, exactly the same amount as the rainbow. This makes sense because as human beings, those are the colors in the color spectrum that we literally can see. There are many more. You're going to ultraviolet light, to gamma light, to all kinds of stuff, but that's why they represent different color rays, which are the chakras are in sync with our physical body, our emotional body, and our spiritual body. Okay, so this card is indicating that the 7 steps of your true spiritual path, which would be, like I was saying, the heart chakra deals with love for self and unconditional love for others, having empathy, okay, using our emotions. And I mentioned the solar plexus. If you have a good balanced solar plex area, you are going to be self-confident. You are going to use perseverance when it's needed. You are going to apply willpower, creativity, okay? Very power-oriented, okay? So when you have a good balance there, if you didn't have a good balance there, what can happen is you can have unbalanced emotions that deal with the solar plexus, or like I was talking about, the heart. If you weren't always loving to people, if you aren't sure of how this works, I'm just giving you a quick explanation. This can lead to the emotional problems like anger, jealousy, all the negative things if it's unbalanced, which then eventually over time, as you're feeling anger, hatred, whatever you're feeling, resentment, jealousy, that turns into even heart issues, pulmonary issues, anything in that heart chakra area. Okay, so solar plexus would relate to any organs in that area, which could be your gut. You could have a lot of gut issues if you're not balanced in that area and you're underconfident or you're jealous of people, just different things like that, okay? So this rainbow represents that you, my love, have somehow already gone through your 7 steps of true spiritual path. So you've been working with your chakras, you've been working with your emotions, and you've been balancing it out, okay? Everything in moderation, okay? So this is full realization of your pure essence, of your soul's journey. So you are on the right path. If you're somebody that's meditating and receiving body work, energy healing sessions, really out there with all of this, really working on those chakras, you've done a wonderful job. And if you didn't know you were working and balancing your emotions and your energy, you still did a fabulous job. So that's why we know that you are using your intuition and you are connected to your soul. You know what your soul journey is. You know why you're here. You need to go for it now if you haven't already. Another message coming through really strong now, your future self. Don't get caught up, though, in that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, okay? Find the treasure now in the moment, okay? Cherish your relationships, cherish your friends, cherish your dog, your cat, the life you shared with your dog or your cat while they were here, everybody, your children, your service to others, everything, who you are. Love yourself, okay? So it's not always about the physical, material goods. It can be that, but just live in this moment. Don't go chasing. What I'm trying to say is don't go chasing that pot of gold under the rainbow and getting nowhere with it. Because if, like, again, we said with the respect of others and the actually I said it here with the treasure cards, be grateful for what you have already accomplished, because that is how, if you live in the moment, not the past or the future, even though your future self is giving you this message, she or he is telling you, though, to just find the treasures now in the moment, because that's what's going to bring you more in the future, okay? So if that makes sense, I hope it does. So don't just claim your victory just yet is what's coming through very loudly. Don't overcompensate and say it, just give it a little more time, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to set heartfelt intentions by knowing who you are and what you want and what you need and what will be the best for you, okay? Which then leads us to number 32, the here and now. Again, to me, the here and now is very obviously saying, be present in the now moment. It's more important than ever for you to be present, not worrying about the past, not worrying about the future, not regretting the past, not controlling the future, but being the best you now. Okay, so let's look at this card. She's on an egg. She's floating in the clouds. She's got kind of like her victory flag up there, but she has a past and a future, and she's in between. Okay, number 32 again. You just had a 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. We have 4 plus 1 is 5. This is an important number for you in numerology. The here and now. That's the number 5. Unexpected miracles and gifts will come by you focusing on the moment. Your future self is your future. And they are saying focus on the now so you remember to live and be present, okay? This moment has the potential for you to create miracles in the future, okay? That's an amazing message. So what you're currently working on in your life is golden, okay? Golden, again, that color golden. They're saying it's golden, okay? And your efforts will leave you a powerful legacy, and that is absolutely a legacy. You're going to leave behind a beautiful, powerful legacy, okay? That's what this card's telling you. So create the dream now, release your outcome of how that's going to happen, if it's going to happen, and then owning that it already exists, okay? So if you're immersed in that, you've already gotten, and you're thankful, you know it's coming, you're going to let it go, release it. Just have prosperous thoughts. Act as if you have it already, if it hasn't shown up, okay? Because it will manifest itself if you have that attitude, okay? You probably already know this. Keep doing what you're doing. And I think it's amazing, too, that you picked this pile, and this is a yellow calcite, I believe, and that's again that yellow powerhouse, the sun. It's perfect. And I actually just randomly picked that crystal before I even knew what the cards were going to be, so I like that. All right, so the door is wide open for you in this moment, so look out at, see what's out there, see what you have, see those treasures, see that beautiful life you've created, and now you're going to create this beautiful legacy, okay? So basically what I'm trying to say is what you think now in the present will create your future. So just stay present, okay? Now becomes your reality. Now is your reality. Just stay present, okay? All right, so the next card we have is align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? A question. And you see the woman, she's kind of fragmented in several kind of mirror shapes, okay? So what I'm getting from this card is alignment. That's what the card says, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So future self would like you to figure it out now while you're living in the present, okay? So look for things, people, jobs, relationships that just don't align with who you are right now. Maybe the job or career that you chose 10 years ago was cool at that time. That's who you were then. But now it just doesn't, you're not enjoying it anymore. You hate it. Or, there could be this situation, okay? So there could be relationships you're in. They may have fit at one time, but you've outgrown each other, and it's just not really giving you any satisfaction anymore. And that could be the case, and that's okay. Just what needs to happen now is for you to figure out what doesn't work anymore. So you, my love, have also been being who the world says you are, okay? So what other people say about you, good and bad, like that's who you have been kind of allowing to happen, okay? So, but it's really who you are inside, or who you are today in this moment. Again, it's in this moment, the here and now. Who are you now? Who do you feel like? If you've outgrown who everyone thinks you are, or even to the point of outgrowing what you used to define yourself as, through your career, through your relationship. Maybe you were a certain age and you defined yourself by a certain weight, okay? And maybe, as we all age, my love, that certain weight is getting harder and harder to maintain, or maybe not. Maybe you've gone the opposite direction and you are super fit, and that's cool. however it works for you. Should we surrender? Do we need some areas of our life to surrender to and just deal with it? Or are there areas we do need to improve on? If it's going to make us happy, or it's going to make us healthy, or it's going to make in relationship the other person happy, to now be set free, okay, if it's not working out. I mean, there's just so many scenarios I could create here, okay? So keep that in mind. Nothing stays the same. So instead, I want you to embrace. Your future self is saying, I want you to embrace the person your soul called you here to be and experience, okay? Find all those pieces, align them. So if you're like weird or odd, I'm odd, okay? Or you're a psychic, you're full figured when you plan to be skinny, okay? Embrace the reality of the unique you. As long as you're healthy and you're not hurting yourself or anyone else in any way, just deal with the reality of the unique you, because you are beautiful, my beautiful soul, my love. You are beautiful. When you release these expectations that no longer fit you, you bring all the parts of you into alignment today. I mean, this could start as easily as today. Okay, let me say that one more time for you. When you release expectations that no longer fit you, you bring all the parts of you into alignment. Okay? Again, be present. It's what is being requested of you now by your future self. Your future self only has your best intentions in mind. So again, be present in the moment. Be that beautiful, passionate leader that you are. Use your intuition. Come from a place of love. Respect others. You know, if you can't find the gold pot at the end of the rainbow, it's okay. You're still shiny. You're still working on your spiritual path. You're shining. You're bright. You're golden. You're creating this golden legacy. But you have to live in the here and now. Be grateful now for everything and get yourself into alignment with who you used to be versus who you are today. And there you have it, my love. That is your reading. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these type of videos. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this. Hello, my lovelies. So you've picked card pile number 3. And this is a message from your future self. If you speak your truth 100% of the time, rather than half the time, which, is kind of the saying here, it offsets the scale of what isn't your truth, okay? That way you're going to shed what is no longer true or necessary anymore in your life, okay? For every true no that you put out there and speak, you will remain in alignment with more yes and more truth in your life, okay? So this is key here. Again, the keyhole, shedding, and growing and taking the right direction for your magical, advanced, intuitive path, okay? Whatever that you're on. And if you're not on that kind of path, then put this in place for what your life is. But I feel that whoever chose this deck is very much intuitive, and like I was saying, I'm getting like the word wizard almost, or the high priestess, the magician. You are someone who has been on the spiritual path, and you're wide awake to the higher consciousness. You're channeling in messages from above. You're really on your way. So I want you to speak your 100% truth from now on about who you are, where you want to go in life. What is your truth? Don't hide it from others. Because remember, you don't have to go along with others, what others are, what you're hearing, in the media. Find the real truth out. And I know you already are getting those messages about what that truth is, but live it for your own personal truth, and never hide what you know to be true intuitively, okay? All right, so the next card we have here, and I love this card. This is the Crow, number 13, okay? Again, that full moon. And oh wow, I was just noticing this. You have to look very closely. If you look on the crow's chest, I'm seeing a serpent. There's a snake. So there's a connection between the last card, the Living in Truth, and this Crow card, for sure. So the Crow to me represents spiritual shifts. Here we go again with the spiritual. I'm getting strongly spiritual shifts. Again, transformation. Just like that snake shedding its skin. Cycles, different cycles of life. Insight into the unseen realms, which I feel you strongly are doing, my love. You're using your psychic tools. So again, with this card, I'm getting the end of one way, and the new beginning in this higher spiritual experience or experiences that you are going through and will be going through. So again, the end of what is out of alignment with the truth of who you are now. There's things that don't fit anymore about your truth, about who you are. And it's okay to be open to what you really, truly, where you're going, what you're doing, how you're helping the world. Okay? So growth occurs. If you think about growth occurs through challenges you have been facing in your life. And if you can face these challenges head on, even if they're difficult or however, it is, it'll pay off for you, and it'll be great in the next 12 months. Let's just put it that way. If you aren't already having the payoff big time, okay? But again, that full moon is shining. The full moon, and I meant to mention it earlier, represents releasing your emotions. It can be releasing relationships in your life, or people who no longer work or fit who your truth is, who you are now. And you know what? That's okay. The moon is also about your deepest intuition, like I mentioned. It's also about having the ability to manifest and create magic in your life. And with this Crow and this moon, you definitely are somebody who is way advanced in this area. And if you don't realize it, you're going to realize it, okay? Because it's who you are. Maybe you were born that way, or you had a traumatic experience in life that led you down to this life-changing way of being, okay? So you've been working with that for a while, whether you're conscious or unconscious of it, and you're receiving all these amazing higher, messaging and knowledge as the, the hangman here has been indicating. So that definitely, these all go together so well. So keep putting yourself out there, my love. Keep pushing forward, being brave. And also, for me, the crow represents a new direction, soaring and flying into a new direction. And also the crow, or any kind of bird, for me symbolizes messages. And we're confirming that, because this whole card reading is about that message from your future self, letting you know now that you're amazing, that you're brilliant, but just to kind of tweak who you are, making sure you're living in the now, and living your 100% truth of who you are and why you came to this earth at this time, to help humanity, to help your soul. You have an old soul. I feel like you have this very old, wise soul. And that leads us, by the way, to deep knowing, which is number 43. Okay,